where we're working on 2 pears because they're getting rotten. And I just want to say that this thing, which was pretty much our last project, our last project was this pear from Life on Wood Pulp Paper. But this thing, which I thought was an absolute disaster, it just keeps looking better every day. So, I don't know. Just wanted to mention that. Oh yeah, and we were doing this glass of water the other day, sketching. We never really finished, but I really had in my imagination this was going to be just a riveting, amazing glass. Maybe we can finish that some other time. So then also we had yesterday we tried to work on this apple. Same apple is sitting there, and trying to get more pop. And I don't know what happened to the photograph of the pear. The pose was the apple sitting on top of a photograph. So this was the photograph anyway. But whatever. These pears are getting rotten, and we got to hurry and finish. We started this yesterday. We wanted to be loose, and we were pretty loose, I guess. So just be sure the microphone's on. Been having an issue with the microphone just going off randomly. Anyway, let's jump right in after one more sip of coffee. So, what do we want to start with? The stems, they look pretty darn good. The background, which is a made-up background, doesn't look great, but certainly looks better than a lot of made-up backgrounds. For example, this whole area is a made-up background. It looks like heck. Here's a made-up background. This was one of my first real-time watercolor paintings. I don't know, this must be wood pulp paper because of the way this stuff dried. I don't know, could be. Anyway, this is what inspired the, oh nice, good picture of the ceiling. This is what inspired the this one, because this was a drawing of a pear, and then I had live fruit models there, but I didn't have a drawing, so this one is a photo of a pear, and I just thought that would have a good potential to be something weird and wonderful. But hi, thanks for joining Real-Time Watercolor Painting. We're trying to paint fast and loose this pair of pears. The image you're seeing is a different angle that I'm looking at, but sometime soon we are going to, get a really nice serious setup for real-time watercolor painting. Anyway, I don't know what the first thing I might want to do is this brown stuff that is right around the stem. It's not very well depicted at this moment, so let's just jump into that. And to get brown stuff, I'm going to start with this color here. It's called Aussie Red Gold, and it's not really that brown. And then I'm going to add, I guess I'll add this, which is, I don't know what it is. It's some new brown color I got with my last Daniel Smith paint set, which I forgot what it's called, and I lost the box. So let's see what that does. And this is a little bit more golden than the actual thing, but you can see it's pretty pastel, you could say. So we were kind of wanting to exaggerate some of these colors, and this is a good one to exaggerate. So let's just hit that and say hello, we are the brown stuff that is kind of at the top of the thing, and that looks okay. I'm going to just take one line here. It's not a good idea to do 3 different places, but it's early in the painting, so we can cover them up. This also has brown stuff. I'm going to just hit that right there, and maybe a little bit right here too. That looks great. Let's hope the whole painting can come out as good as this little area just did. Hey, Shannon Stewart, thank you for the big hello. Much appreciated. Hey, now look, I got a thumbs up already. That's great. Okay, now, so we were doing the brown stuff there. Now I think we want to do kind of what, like a cadmium deep, which is sort of what that color is, and I just happen to have cadmium yellow deep right here. So let's just mix that with that little brown stuff we had. We don't want to be using paint straight from the tube, they say. And I want to get a little hint of red in there because, you know, there's like orange, red. Funny thing is, yesterday, hey, Sky yelled, thank you for the hello. Yesterday it wasn't quite as red. It's turning red as it gets rotten here. So to get another red, I don't really want to use those reds. I'm going to try this red, grab a little of that red there, and let's see what we got going. Okay, that's cool. Looks like a good red color. I'm going to be bold and just do a big stroke here. Okay. All right, looks good. Now I'm going to take a damp brush and kind of just go work this around a little bit. And we do want to come down here at least to there, I guess. And that's cool. Okay, now I'm gonna lean into the cadmium yellow more and go right here, I guess. Let's just see what that does. Okay, that looks all right. I don't like an outline or anything that looks like an outline, so now I'm gonna just sort of blend this so it's less of a line and more of a, you know, a form or a shape, a plane. All right, now I want to jump back into the red and maybe go a serious red just because we want to, I see that's not in the picture anymore. For the top, I mean, they really need a dramatic, a dramatic statement saying I'm the top of the pear. So I'm gonna go same orange color, but I'm leaning heavy into the red. So let's just see what go right here. Because this really, you know, we really want this to pop from the background and come forward. I'm gonna just do a little bit there. And I gotta say, we are no longer loose, that is for sure. All right, that looks dumb, but maybe it'll be okay. And what's over here, I'm gonna just grab the cadmium yellow and see what we can do right here. And I'll just go like that. There's kind of a shadow there, so I'm just going in a circle around the shadow. And now let's see if we can just blend this a little bit. And you know, I don't know what we're doing with this like round thing, this like negative space here, but hey, 2 thumbs up. I should super appreciate that. We're just trying to build form, translucence, and a 3D look. And this is looking pretty gruesome right here. I think I'm gonna just try to remove some of this paint. Let's see. It's not really getting removed. That's paint from yesterday, but there's just an odd shape happening there that is not representative of this pear that is leaning up against the other pear. So just trying to prepare. Hey, prepare. That's a good, funny play on words. We have to prepare this area for our pear painting, and I don't know what that thing is. This little thing here. It's not coming off. So there we go. All right. Okay, so here we just trying to say that's kind of a mistake. We don't really want there. We put a lot of water on it anyway. Now we want to get into Hansa yellow because I only have a Hansa yellow. I think is the only yellow color I have. Is it on this palette? No. Where is my, okay. Here's my supposedly dedicated yellow palette. So let's see. So this was Hansa yellow here, I think. And there's also some stuff in there mixed in. Okay, that's it. And we don't really want to use a lot of paint straight from the tube, but let's just go right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And that leans into green, so I'm just going to take, let's see, this is probably a dumb green, yes it is, but we're trying to lay down some paint here in a big hurry. So let's see. This right here, this area should be more brown, but I'm starting with green and I'm going to try to overlay with some brown after. And I think we just go here to just to continue hopefully building shape and form with the pear. Okay, now that looks good. I'm going to remove just some of that paint, make it a little bit more subtle, which isn't that. There's a little speck of something on there. Okay, that's gone. All right, so that's kind of lumpy looking up there, but whatever. Here, what the color is this? Let me see. Oh, I think this is rust. I'm gonna just try to get it like an orange for right up here. Let's see. That's kind of a made-up color, but you know, we're trying to get some kind of personality happening. Plus, I'm gonna try that same color right here, just to say, oh wow, that looks pretty good, right? Okay, and then this is a little bit intense, I would say, for its position. So I'm just gonna blot it, and now it's a little more pastel. And it's a weird shape, but you know, we're early on in that area, so that looks really good, this color here. I think I'm gonna just try to get a little highlight happening right there. And yeah, okay. We're getting some translucence here. Hallelujah. Thank you very much for the 2 thumbs up. And working on real-time watercolor painting. I don't know what that is. Okay. Well, we're really going places here. I think it'd be good to get that Hansa yellow back and go right here. Okay, just to, you know, bridge the gap. Okay, that's nice. And come down like that. And try to get that there. I don't know if that's good or not. Could be. Just try to pull this red just so it's more subtle. So we're mixing yellow in there. And I'm going to try to get a little something happening right here. And I'm thinking I'm going to jump into the green. Here we got most of our greens. Hey, 3 thumbs up. Thanks so much. Much appreciated. So here I'm trying to get a subtle green. Probably a lot of yellow in there would be good. All right, that's looking good for this green here, right? So let's just see if, all right, let's just see right here. Now there's a cat hair on there. This is one of the great things about having a cat. You can start painting watercolor and have a cat hair. This is more brown, but I'm gonna stick with the green there, and then why not just go right here. We're trying to lay down some paint in a big hurry. The pears are getting rotten, so it would be a good idea if we could finish right now this whole painting. Try a little orange type thing there, and let's sort of come in here. This, you know, it looked good yesterday. I don't know if it looks so good today. And here we wanted to leave room for the front pear, so that's why, like earlier, we were like blotting this area up because it was wrong shape, I guess. So that's okay, and let's see if we can get a smoother line there. That looks pretty dumb, but we got time to fix that thing. Try to look right here a little bit. Okay, and it'd be good to soften this whole edge right here. I don't know why, I couldn't say why, but why not? Let's see, okay, I don't know if that's good or not. Could be good. This part, I love it. Okay. Hey, 5 Nights at Freddy 97. Thank you for the big hello. And Sky Eld Appreciate the hello. Look, 3 thumbs up. How about that? Far out. Okay. I think what would be good right now is to get some highlight happening right there, just to break up that big thing. So see these 2 highlights, that's some of the best stuff we got happening in this painting so far. Okay, I mean, not great. Okay. All right, well, we're really going places on this painting. Hey, 4 people here. Thanks so much for stopping by. TBH, I just, my paper towel is getting pretty wet. Oh, here's a well-used paper towel. God darn it. Oh my gosh. I've been thinking about organizing the studio, you know? I mean, it's kind of a, and I just dumped all my paints off over there. I think I might have to take a break and organize the studio. Thanks everybody who stopped by. This is the approximate angle of our painting. That's what we got so far. The pears are getting rotten, so we're trying to hurry up. And I gotta take a break because I just had a big spill over here of, you know, all my overpriced annual. I don't want to say overpriced, my pricey. Oh, 6 people here, 7? Okay, well, let's just keep painting. Okay, come on. I'm gonna try the handheld version. Okay, so we had, you know, added, if you see it before and after, we'd put quite a few tones in these pears. We also have as a, ooh, where is that thing? Okay, the single light source. See that we can sort of get insight into what the shadows could be, and of course this apple is not really here. It's just waiting in the wings. So I don't know. That's some shadows. I don't know if those shadows are so great. Hey, 4 thumbs up. Super appreciate that. Thank you so much. I guess, you know, if we do want to put a shadow, that would be the thing. So we would want to have more happening here and a rounder thing there. So I guess we could try that. Let's just see if we can handle putting in some shadows. So we see them, so now I'm going to turn the overhead light. We remember where they are, and I think what we sort of want is a warm gray to do the front of the shadow. You know, the front of the shadow should be, I would assume, a warm color. We got this Payne's gray that we had done. I have no idea what. It might be like this color here, and so we want to warm it up a little. I'll just take a touch of this. That looks pretty warm. Okay, not great, but so we do. Let's see that shadow of the stem. That is not too bad. I mean, it makes a triangle there, which I don't know if that's good or not good, but let's just go ahead with that. Let's see. So we got this, and then this, and we had that triangle here, and that should come out here. And I just went into the stem, which is not really at all what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna fix that in a minute. Okay, so that's okay. This little white thing, I'm leaving that in there. And then this, we should come out here. It's got a very graceful curve, that is for sure. And we really gotta hurry up and finish this plane because, okay, that looks all right. I wonder if that would be better on the smoother side, maybe. That looks a little bit dumb, but we'll see. And I didn't want this in here. I'm gonna try to remove that. See if it comes off. Okay, came off. And now I think just a slightly softer edge on this right here. Let's see, we just run some water right here. Okay, cool. So now I left this little, hey Ethan Arnold, thank you for the greeting. I left this little white speck. I don't know if you can see it. It is right here. There's a little sliver. There's also a little sliver here, plus this triangle of light, which I'm going to call negative space at this point. This I'm just going to sort of come up and hug the, what do you call it, stem. And then this does look, I think, better, softer. So let's see if we can just do this slightly softer also. So we just got kind of a damp brush. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see in a minute. And, you know, we don't want this weird line thing. So let's just see if this, all right, that's definitely softer. And then up here, I want to lean into the cool gray and just get something going up here. And that's not all that cool, but, and I hate that this line here is, you know, looking like a, so here I'm just going to try to make this, I'm going to get a blue, put some blue there, and I'm going to try to get a harder edge here that's more round. Hey, Ethan Arnold, go check out my videos. Any questions you got, why we're doing something or how to do something, feel free to ask. I'd very much like to give you a fun and worthwhile answer to any questions you might find you have. I saw some paintings from like 3 years ago, and you know, progress is slow when you draw paint daily and try to improve artistic proficiency. But boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of improvement. And you don't really notice on a day-to-day basis, but you know, looking back a few years at what I thought was you know, half decent work is, you know, it was quite amazing. All right, I need to hit this. I'm going to just put this kind of warm color here because I just don't like the way that thing is going, and I don't know if I like that better. And we also had this. Well, the initial thing was to get this line right here. And here I'm going to try to blot up a couple blots here just to break up that thing. So I don't know if that's not too bad. And then over here the whole thing should just be a lot more minimal. So let's just see about, get rid of most of that. It looks terrible. Maybe when we're, you know, get a lot more painted, it won't be so noticeable. But I guess having a little triangle there is not too bad. I don't like this. Let's see if we can, so my big shadow endeavor is not great, but that's okay. I mean, this big blotchy thing is, you know, better than nothing, I guess. Because we did want, I know I should have a little bit of a warm right here. Let's just try and have this come out. The reason we want a warm shadow here, because you know, this is in front of that, so we want that to look like it's in front of that. If you look at that, it's all the same tone, but you know, I got it in my head that we want a shadow to look to have depth, even if it's flat, that it's gonna look somehow closer here. Okay, let's see, let's try to get this here. I'm gonna take a blue Payne's gray, just try to hit this bottom edge. looks horrible, but see if we can fix it up somehow. Yeah, it looks pretty bad, but you know, we do need a strong contrast right there to say hello. We are on the bottom here. Try to get a rounder thing right there. Try to get a little bit rounder right here. And I think could try to cut this a little bit more. And so I guess we should try to get a little bit more down here just for the heck of it. We're trying to try to sort of, that looks pretty good there. I think, maybe, I don't know. So come down here a little bit. Now I'm just sort of painting water to get a diffusion. And you know, this part here looks horrible, but that's from like yesterday. I'm just painting some water on here and gonna see if we can just lighten this whole thing. Getting a little lighter. All right, that's looking all right. This is a bit much right here. I'm just gonna see if we could get a little bit lighter there. Okay, it's a little bit lighter. Let's see if we can sort of drag this up. It's, you know, as far as shadows goes, that's not very good, I don't think, but I'm gonna try to pull this over here. Okay. Hopefully we can fix that later, and it's bleeding into our main subject, so we'll try to clean up this line. All right, let's go back to this. Looks okay, not great. I think this whole area looks all right too. Let's see if we can just soften this little corner right here. Maybe that's an improvement. This hard line is not the greatest, but you know, I'm just gonna live with that for a while, for now. Thanks for 4 thumbs up. So, well, 27 minutes. We're really trying to finish this because these pears are getting rotten. I think by this time tomorrow they're gonna be like melted and full of fruit flies and ants. So we really have to. I think I'm gonna try to get this here. It's like an orange brown. So here we got this. Here's brown. Here's an orange we had for like that apple the other day. So let's do this and try to lean into brown. So got the brown, got the orange. More brown, hit the orange, and that's looking nice. And I'm gonna take this color here, which is, it looks, you know, like greenish, but what it really is this color called rust, which has a lot of pop and it's kind of a fluorescent green. And I'm putting that in the orange just to hopefully give it this subliminal pop. So let's see what we got, and we're gonna come down, try to get this left hand edge of the pear. We gotta start right here, and let's just go there. Okay, and come down there. You know, that's a really long line. I really don't like any long lines in a painting in anywhere, but here we're gonna put a dark after. Here I'm just gonna, let's see if we just blend this a little bit up and bring it out. And so there's a funny connection of the 2 pears squished together like that, which does not always, I'm gonna try a little yellow. It doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always add up when trying to paint a position like that. Let's see about yellow here. And try it here. Now I want to bring this out a little bit. Okay, that's good. This little white area is fantastic. I'm really loving that. And now I just want to soften this line right here. And I'm just gonna with a dry brush. So we're breaking up this long line thing we have there, and we're definitely going to put like a darker shadow over top of that in a few. So here I'm just trying to break up this big swath. I guess we can maybe come down there a little bit, and I think it'd be good to do the same thing like right here. And this could just come slightly down this way. It's starting to look like a pear. All right, good job. Way to go. Good area. Let's have a close up to celebrate. Yes. Really, really loving that part. Okay. Oh, good. 0 people here. I'm taking off. Have a break. 31 minutes was definitely enough. Art fun. We're painting 2 pears from life, trying to hurry before they get rotten. We have made great gains today. Worked on the shadow. The stems were good from the other day. Oh, wow. Look at that shadow. Does that kick the bologna sandwiches or what? Wow. Okay. See you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. And, oh, wow. Someone said I'm the best artist ever. That's awfully flattering. I certainly appreciate the concept. Thanks so much. Okay, art fun. We'll be back shortly because we got to finish these pears today before they get rotten. And that was a real blast the first 31 minutes. Bye-bye.